Welcome to episode 10 of our Folktales Timberborn 1.0 playthrough with the Folktales section. And today I'm mainly going to focus on deepening this reservoir, at least making it equal on everything so we can store a bit more water, because with two large water pumps and of course the previous bad tide we've drained this pretty much completely, so we're working on bigger storage. We currently have 1.3k of water, but when this is finished up we'll get another 1200 storage capacity, so we'll get to 3600 capacity. But before you start, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me and it is a fun thing to do. So now let's get going. To get in here we just need a beavers to get in there. It's not going to be that difficult. Just two staircases over there. No, not over there. Over there. Connect it up. Build just some places where they can just head up straight up. Some different places. Then we can just connect them all up by path, so they can access everything. Might even need just a little bit more parts. Same as over here, just so we can store a little bit more water. We can make dynamite. We have been making dynamite for some time now, so we got 143 explosives ready to be used. Double dynamite. Let's unlock it. There are some places where we can pretty easily use this, so let's get them started. Over here I have a little bit of trouble with the placement of this forester. This zipline station don't really have access over here all that well, which means I can't remove this part. So we could, without this part we could grow quite a lot of more oaks over here, but my zipline station is blocked. Let's set this up. Storage for logs as a supply. This, for the time being, we have to make it with contamination barriers. It is not the biggest priority because we're in a drought, not a bad tide. But when we have bad water flowing over here, I don't want to kill off all these trees. And over here, we're still waiting for the bad water to evaporate. It is quite a lot of bad water. Then we can put aquifer drills in there and find a way to actually power them reliably, so we can green a whole load of the map. But that's not something for today. I doubt this will be evaporated by the end of this episode. This doesn't really matter anymore. It is kept off. It will dry out eventually. I really like how this worked out. Maybe we can do some little things more, like closing of the hedge, and maybe for our beavers, when they get thirsty, we put in here near close to our rooftop bars, just a place so they can get a drink. And they don't have to cross all over the map. And our large tank is finished. That's great stuff. So they don't have to travel all over the map just for a simple bit of water. Our spiral stairs, they're not finished yet because we're running out of planks and logs. I think just need 2 more lumberjacks. Let's prioritize these 2, just so they can get a little bit more help with cutting down these oak trees. No, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Can't I cancel? I need to demolish this one, yes. Because I need an access path. Or I could have just demolished this one and planted a pine tree over here. But they need to have access to actually walking around it. It's better this way. It will be better. It will, I promise you. Just so we can have a little bit of a path there. Yes, Beaver, come and smack down that tree. Smack it down, smack it down, smack it down, down, down. You go there. Cut down these oak trees. You actually have a range for this line. But we don't have the range with our forester. Why is the range of our forester reduced? Probably because I put this lumberjack flag over here. Could we make this staircase a little bit more compact? I don't think so. Or should I have put... Just out of curiosity. Yes, and now we do got range. So... pine tree there. This is gonna be a lumberjack. And then we can remove those sunflowers. We got plenty sunflowers. Complete storage is full. No, no, no. Oh, yet I had to rotate this. And they all have the range to get over here and too far from a district. Of course they are. Of course they are. Then we'll just have to wait for them to harvest. Yeah, great stuff, because now we need to cut down sunflowers. Do we just 60 log and 80 planks? I think we just have to wait till we can grow oak trees over there. Over here they have done something. They have done something. Could just is to triple dynamite, yes. Guess then we can square things off. Yeah, let's not do that. I probably will blow myself up in a pickle before we get access over there. And another thing, to green the map, we could use this aquifer, but we don't have a reliable source of water power over here. But I was also thinking, when we have a bad tide, we put a lot of work in greening the map, you know, putting and everything. And if we don't, you know, have a bad tide diversion system in here, we're just gonna lose all that green again, and we can't build a farm here. We can't build a nice little beaver village and everything, because this is like Beaver City. It's messy, it's convoluted, it's all that kind of stuff. It's not cute. But how do I get power over it and a way to remove the bad water? One thing is, we could like make a hole underground and just route it out in a straight line over here, which would cost a whole lot of planks. But yeah, we don't really have the capability of producing that much planks. We need solutions I don't really have the answer for. Over here, wait, maybe. If I do something like this. Yes, I think I can. Yes, we can connect. And that means we can make a connection over. Oh, yes. That's nice. That's nice. And from this way we can connect over there. And then we can make another one. Place it like over. Yeah, one over. Sorry, bramble and dandelion. I put hard working into actually getting you in there. But then we can put a other zipline station over here connected to our industry. This will probably need somewhere a little bit of a zipline pylon, but let's wait with placing that before we have this connected, so we can actually measure out where is the ideal place. Logs we are growing. These are 1/3 to halfway there. These aren't growing over here. So yeah, this is also part of the bad water diversion system. Still making science. This system over here, we could, you know, use this when we have overflow. Make a dam over here to hold water in here to make this green. But then we also need to find a way either cap this bad water source, or we have to route it out over here into this bit where my mouse is just off the map. I think that's probably the best solution. Like with levees. like there. It's gonna fall into here as well. We mustn't watch. We do have to watch out that this isn't lower than over here. This is one higher than this line. When over here we're dropping down and we're dropping one up. That would be the exact same height, so we should be safe. And then we have to demolish all of these. But we have to start out back to front. And we have to make a little path over here. Let's not use more materials than strictly necessary. Over here, we need a stairway up. This, no other choice than using a platform. Great aim, mate. Great aim. Getting one up over here. Then we basically need something like this. And can we reach the other side from here? Yes, we can actually. We can. And then we can demolish this stuff over here. So this bad water will flow in this direction of the map. And probably into this bit. Which could be a great natural water reservoir. Do we have any water sources up here? I don't think so. Yes, we do actually. We got 2 aquifers. So we could use this in the future as a way to store up good water. Oh yes. Now we still have 4 days in the drought. Our water supply is our reservoir is yeah, almost empty. It's not completely empty, but it's this, yes. We can pick this rubble up. Gonna need it because we need way more wood production. So we also need a forestry area of some kind. It would be nice to have, like, we got oaks over here we can cut down. That trees. These are birches. They're not that great. And we got 13 beavers being unemployed. So I think we can either put in haulers or builders. I think haulers is probably the most valuable for us. Lowest job priority. We also got a couple buildings paused over here. We can start up our explosive factory. Because we've run through them quite quickly. Oh, and I still like how this looks during sunset. Some nice things. Could even put something in here, which could be cute. Ratio of bonding. It's too high. Earth with cultivator too big. This needs to be in water anyway. But a bad tide system is gonna be a lot of digging, and I think. But we just need way more trees. Bigger tree farm. This is a great amount of oak trees, but it is not enough. Think. Such a shame that these can be powered, that they produce water during a drought. We haven't built these stairs because we're just chronically short on wood. So let's do the unthinkable. Let's cut down these trees. Pine resin. Where's pine resin? Yeah, storage is full, so we can just chop those trees and start building. This here is coming along nicely. And over here we can actually something like this. This is just a little bit too far. So let's put in that over there. Connect that up. So they're pretty much connected to the water supply, to our industry, housing. Just a short walk into here, and they're connected to the zipline station. I mean, we could do this for now. Just connect it up. It's a bit stupid, but it works. And we can reroute them, everything. Cycle 15, day 1. What have we done during the drought? Not a lot. And let's just, for in a case of actually getting things done, gonna need to put a little bit of a tighter spot around here, so we can actually have water production occur semi good enough that we can actually make this sort of reliable. And then we need a windmill to jumpstart it, I think. Because when this starts flowing, we'll produce water through here. And with a gravity battery, we should be able to store up enough power that we could jumpstart this through a drought. I hope. But we also need access to actually build this. Yeah, could just build it over here the shortest way. And as long as we build this one the last, we don't have to worry about getting our beavers into bad water because without anything on it, it's not going to spew any bad water or good water. But have this built first. Then we got a semi-working self-propelling way, I hope. Yes, is our aquifer getting our reservoir? I mean, getting filled. Yeah, pretty much. Doing well. We're doing well. They got water nearby here, so we don't have to worry about our beavers drying out, getting all thirsty and stuff. Logs, still an issue. Oh no, these oak trees are gonna die off. Great. That's not what I intended. So what we also could do is just, for the time being, put over here a watering hole. And then we also need to give them access to that. Got our logs over here. Let's just so we have to remove the least amount of materials. We can actually redo that. Build. Get a teeth grindstone over here. We have another drought. Can grow oaks over there. This can plant oaks all the way over here as well. So we can then just grow way more trees. Using a lot of dynamite, so let's prioritize over here. 2.5 days. Currently have 2.9k of water, 3.3k of food, so food is doing really well. It is just our logs. And over here, let's do something a little bit. Oh, could use tunnels over here to get the water out that quicker that way, or we could, yeah, that is probably the smartest thing for us, the best thing for us. But do we have the materials for it? No. Just means when we have a bad tide, we just have to get these contamination barriers in place. These have not been built. Need gears. Do we have gears? No, we don't have any gears. Unpause the gear workshop. Because when this is built, we can remove this part, grow more trees. Now we can demolish over here. We can... platforms. This one here. Well, maybe. Currently don't need water. Fluid dump over there. Get this filled with water. And then we can grow more trees. Do need to, however, do that for the time being. And our reach is over here. .5 day before the start of the drought. Are we ready? I think we are. Can we blow anything up over here? Yes, I think we can. Just that little bit more storage. Can remove these stairs, put a 2 here, a 1 here, 16-day drought. It's nothing we haven't done before. Access into there, yes. They can pick these up, pick these up, and use those materials. Waiting on gears. Are we making gears? Is there some? There aren't anyone in there. So then let's unpause our good old first gear workshop. No, it's a gear workshop. Over here they have started all the way over here. That's good stuff. Something I want to actually get done today is over here. And I think that one is the least important. That means I also have to prioritize over here. How far are these logs getting along? Some of them are getting near. This one is the most important one for now. Should we give it over here a little bit of help with a storage, small storage for water? I think we should. Obtain water. Why are they building these? They don't have to build these. This one is also waiting for gears. They have built these stairs. Should mark this stair for priority 2. This is a lower priority. No need to put in any more resources than we're already not having. Two logs, 2 gears. This one is finished up. Great. So now we can demolish this entire part. And we can grow oak trees over there. And we have water in here in our fluid dump, giving us greater access of water, of Greenland. This needs 3 more gears. Then we could actually just remove pretty much all of these stairs, this walkway. Yes, beavers, get this done. Get this done. I want to see it. And then I can just zip all over the place. These trees won't die out. That's good. This one needed to be set to water. 3.7k, and we can pause one of these. I don't think we're gonna run out of water anyway. So let's actually pause both of them. It's easy enough to turn them back on anyway. Yes, they've started over here. Oh yeah. Trees, we are cutting them down. Yes, so now we can pause this gear workshop, pause 2 lumber mills, so we're not making unnecessary planks. This needs 40 planks and a lot of gears. I mean, I want to finish up the rest of this first before we can actually build our aquifer. And in the meantime, I think let's go ahead and actually, I'm not gonna cut down our chestnut trees or maple trees. Well, although our maple is pretty damn good. So we do that chunk just so we have enough to actually get something done. Yes, log production is going up. Let's get a small pile over here just for log. Obtain high priority, prioritized by haulers. This needs planks. Let's also do one for planks. Got one making planks. Let's also get one making gear so we don't have to wait a lot of time. Everything else looking good. Got 11 vacancies. No, 11 unemployed beavers. Mainly because all of this is paused. You are paused. Well, you don't have to be paused. Not really doing anything. But soon we should be getting stuff in there. over here, we can just move this and this and this and one more oak. Let's take a look over here. Most of the levees are being done. Let's lower the priority. Actually pause this one so we don't get any beavers stuck in between in this mess. Could we do with a little bit more builders? Probably. It would speed things up. And we can always pause them when we don't need them. Yes, that's 4 more beavers. Meaning we got 12 beavers working on this. This, they already put some gears in it, that's nice. Planks, oh, we're gonna need a lot of planks. They are able to reach over here, that's good. Really curious if this works. I hope it does. I really hope it does. For here we are chugging away, making more science. Not really that we need it. And this ruins, it is almost empty. But if you look over here, we're pretty close now with a parting to scavenge the ruins over here. And we can just it's just slightly out of range. So if we put in here 1 zipline pylon, this would be in range over here. Yeah, so we could do something like this. It's just over here is too much. But we can do something like this. And because this is built 1 high, we don't have to build a staircase to get in there. We can just put a little path over there with a scavenger flag. Supply scrap metal. Yes. But this is not a now problem. Oh, this is only needing 40 planks, 20 gears. We can actually use 2 lumber mills. We got the power, and now we also got the logs. And we can unpause this one. This is only needing 8 more logs, 8 more planks, I should say. 5 more gears. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I really hope this works. Just have to jumpstart it a little bit, I think. And then in the future we can adjust and build a bad water diversion system from within this over here. Just want to see if this works. So here they are putting in the dynamite. Can reach it. What is it? It's missing explosives. Yeah, we're not using full capacity of the, because we are reliant on wind. It still feels like cheating to pause the aquifer drill during a drought, just to get a little bit more power to our other facilities. Could do this. It's a bit ugly, but it isn't in the way. Same thing. Oh, no, not over here. Let's take a look. Oh, the windmill is built. Basically only waiting for 5 more gears. And 5 more gears over here. The rest is already done, so we don't need it. Pick your stuff up and just bring me gears. Oh yes, this is finished. Only have to be completed. Oh yes. Oh this is cool. And I hope this is gonna work. I really do. They haven't started on this. They have started on the zipline station. It is only waiting 2 more gears. This is working well, keeping trees alive, and now we've got oak trees coming from here. Oh yeah. Oh yes, system is working. Nice. Nicely done. Let's take a screenshot for the thumbnail. Yeah. It's the H button to get rid of the hut. Just so you can see. And it's just 3 more days. And I think we can wait for 3 more days to see if this will work. I think it does. I mean, a gravity battery is going down pretty damn quickly over here. So that might not be the quickest thing. So this height doesn't reach it throughout. Yeah, and now it is done. So that might not be a good idea. Over here, even with just the evaporation, things go pretty... We drain this pretty quick. So we're gonna need a secondary reservoir, I think. Well, if we can build... If this works and we can fit in this design a way to divert bad water pretty easily, we can do that over there with these tools and build like a giant reservoir over here. It's not that difficult, I think, to make this into a giant reservoir. That's enough for today. 2 more days, 2 more days. now we got 9 vacancies. That's probably just a little dead wave we're having. Oh, I'm so excited to see this. And you will see that when the moment is that the drought ends, the wind will stop. I think almost guarantee it. Now over here we can just normalize this now. Got the planks. Over here, how much? Yeah, it really is not that much left. Looks, it should be pretty easily done. It's just the weight of the materials that slow them down. And last day of the drought. And before we watch if this will work, let's actually aim the camera on top of this. I want to thank you for watching. I really enjoy making these episodes and I appreciate it that you are watching. So please give this. Oh, I did leave the flashing like and subscribe button on the entire episode. Oh, that's a shame. Stupid me, stupid me. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe, or comment what you think is what I've done is stupid, or any creative ideas you might have. And yeah, as we are going out of the drought, let's see how this works. And then don't forget, have a great rest of your day. Oh yes, this is pumping out water bit by bit. And it will move these wheels. Why is it leaking over here? Oh, this isn't watertight. So we have to put a levee over there. So that's why the water wheels aren't actually working. So let's get that levee in there. And now, oh yes, the water wheels are moving. And we are, this is self-propelling. We're not charging up our batteries, but this is self-propelling Aquafer. Oh yes, yes. And the system is also ready to carry out our scrap metal. Oh, this is cool. It is just draining off the map. Oh, this is also finished. Nice. It is also will flow in here. We can actually demolish this one now. But the beavers will have to do that another day. Because if they don't do this, it will flood out over here. But oh no, it is gonna flood out over here. Well, it's not a problem for now, but it's gonna be in the future. But yeah, oh, and this system it will be a little bit intermittent. So we need to find a way to either raise our gravity battery up so we can keep more storage power stored in there, so it keeps doing when the wind blows. We're not really producing enough power above that 400 HP, so this doesn't drop out. And when this just stops, the water will stop, and then it has to be jump started again by the windmill. So it's not perfect, but we will be working on it. And that's in the next time. See you, goodbye, and have a great rest of your day.